My ideal Donald and Douglas are Caledonia Railway 652s, numbers 662 and 663, built in 1909 at St. Rollick's Works, later LMS 17646 and LMS 17647. They would never wear their Railway Series numbers of 57646 and 57647 due to them arriving in 1943 instead of the 50s. The reason for arriving in 1943 is due to the wartime traffic on the railway. The railway was straining its engines, having to pull from branch lines that were already strained enough from the war and the already strained mainline fleet. So they leased several engines from the LNER and LMS, including a J11 Black 5 and the two Caledonian engines. Donald and Douglas would arrive in 1943, and given the temporary numbers of 9 and 10 due to the recently withdrawn Tiffin-Nafford and Ellsbridge Light Railway coffee pots that had been overexerted during the war effort, and due to the fact that they lost their numbers, they would have their usual accidents, Donald crashing into the signal box, Douglas smashing up James's brake van, and this would accumulate in Donald's tender being completely destroyed, or mostly destroyed, would end up getting replaced by a Fowler tender that the railway acquired from the LMS during their loan of the 4 or so engines that they got during the war effort. Donald would hastily be hooked up to this Fowler tender due to it already being an LMS Black, so it did not matter. And throughout the war, he would carry this tender. Now, after the war, Donald and Douglas would eventually get repainted into the railway's colors, though they are in like the Railway Series painted both blue. Donald wears the railway standard of Suttery Night Sky, which is a deep, almost Thomas and the Magic Railroad-esque blue, more similar to what 828, the preserved 812, wears. Douglas obviously doesn't have the Fowler tender, and he wears a slightly lighter shade of blue called Scottish Blue by the railway. And the face is just the one illustration of Donald and Douglas first meeting Topham. And that is all for this edit. Hope you guys like it.